CB says, how did Sifu transition from student to teacher? It's easy to say patience, yet when someone struggles or just can't get a technique, which produces increased frustration for the teacher, which impacts teaching itself. So how did you transition from student to a Sifu, and any tips to help people that want to become a Sifu one day?
Well, let's define teaching first. The objective of a teacher is to pass your knowledge and your skills down to the student. That's what teaching is all about. It's passing what you've learned, what you've experienced, and getting them to do that and exceed you. I'm always a student. A student cannot be a student without a teacher. A teacher can't be a teacher without a student. I mean, that's the yin and yang behind it. But, I don't put in my head like, hey, I'm the teacher, I'm not a student. I'm always learning. I'm always trying to get better. I always practice because you can always improve. And once you think you got it all, then you're going to not want to do it no more. So I am both a teacher and a student. I'm always learning and I'm always teaching.
Amen.
What I learned. Now, in terms of transition to be a teacher, anytime you can pass your knowledge to make your student better, then you're a teacher. Whether you're a good teacher or a bad teacher, that's the question, And really, for me, it's about teaching. For me, it's about teaching students how to do it efficiently and effectively. It's not just get it done at any means. I tell my students if you're using strength against your opponent, then the technique's no good because that's reliant on you being strong in the opponent. It should never be on that. It should learn how to work the energy right and put that to your will. And so, my main focus is my students. I always teach them how to control energy. That's it. And there are times, honestly, sometimes I feel like I'm not a good teacher. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm good enough to be a teacher. I question myself sometimes, like, am I really a good teacher or not? Like, are students getting what I'm trying to teach them? But, I'm not frustrated with the students. That's not it at all. I mean, I just had someone here text me and say, hey, I don't want to learn everything you learn. I just want to learn the specific thing in the Tai Chi and everything. He's like, do you really want to teach me? Why aren't you going to be bored? My passion is to teach, not to teach everything I do, but what I've learned. And so you don't have to do everything I do for me to be a teacher and happy that I'm teaching. It's the fact that I can teach you any part of my knowledge and incorporate to whatever you do. And it doesn't have to be NDN. You don't have to do NDN. You can stay with karate and use the NDN system and make it better. Now you've just not only learned the NDN system, but you've learned your systems, Taekwondo or whatever it is you're doing, and make that better. And then you can pass that experience to someone else. And now you've improved where you thought was lacking in your Taekwondo. Now you can improve and you can pass that along to someone. And that's the whole objective. We live here for a certain amount of time. And in that time, we want to make a positive difference to those who are around us. And so as a teacher, that's one of the things that we do. We make the difference for our students, or we try to. And so, my love is to teach because I'd like to make a difference for people for the better and help them become better people and just pass what I've learned from my experience for them. And whether it's fighting or just being a person, people talk to me. Some of my students talk to me about the problem because they see that, I hold myself together. I act a specific way. I things I will not do compromise, and the things that I stand strong in. And they see that, they respect that, and they see me more than just a martial arts teacher. They see someone that they can talk to and get counseling on. And normally I do my best to help them, and I try to use wisdom and help them become better people. So it's not just about martial arts. It's being a teacher isn't about fighting. It's about getting them better as people.
Absolutely. And that's why we have Inner Shaolin, and that's why we do what we do, because we're here to help other people and sometimes freak people out a little bit. Get out of your comfort zone.